So the research that we've done with Forrester, I think, tells us primarily that things are changing very, very fast. And the focus that everybody's having to put back on the customer is hugely important. That's coming up really, really strongly, because I think it's everybody's realization that business models are changing really quickly, and by focusing on the customer, it is the only way that businesses can ensure success. That there are very few businesses that don't believe they're going to have to make some fundamental changes in order to compete for the right to have a relationship with customers over the next couple of years.
One of the major shifts that we've seen from last year and this year is that although competition is still one of the biggest threats to the success of organisations, it's changed in that it's competition, not in terms of existing competition, but organisations are seeing that they're seeing far more competition coming in from new competitors coming into their space. 77% of the organisations that have been interviewed have all said that they will be significantly increasing their investment in the areas of advanced analytics and big data technology. That's a huge increase from last year. The threat and risk of fraud is still one of the biggest threats to businesses. This has shifted in the rankings from last year being 70% of organisations saying that fraud mitigation was one of the biggest areas of priority. This is now high up on the rankings at 82%. One of the other key findings that's come out of the research is that regulation and compliance is still one of the top business priorities. Only this year it's gone up in the rankings, where we have 77% of organisations saying it's one of the top priorities. This is an increase in last year, where it was just 65%. What's been absolutely clear in the research findings this year is that customer insight still remains as top of the agenda for all these organisations.
In a world where the focus on the customer, competition is coming from different places, having a really good data management information, understanding of your customer, being able to analyse the customer, it is basically a data insight environment. It's why obviously from an Experian perspective we're very keen to try and help, because we believe we've got some great capabilities, but the macro trend and the thing that we need to think about here is that data and insight are the oil of this next competitive landscape, because the people and the businesses with the best insight on their customers, I think, will win out.